let's finish off the Dagestan era. I don't want them here anymore. It's over. It's fine. It's done. I don't want it anymore. No. We have been dealing with this boring inbred retard style for too long. I'm done. I don't care anymore. No Dagestan, no inbred boring wrestler Muslim. I don't care anymore. I don't want it. I don't care. Like, look here. Look around me here. Is this what we want? Is this what we want? Really? Is this what we want the sport to be? Do we want the current GOATs, GSP, Silva, Jones, be replaced with Khabib, Islam, Ankalaev? Like, there's so many reasons, and people know, but people don't want to say it. But who cares? We don't want this. Evloev, 0 finishes in the UFC. Merab got his first finish in, 4 years? Good on him. I should have made this video like a month ago when we had more inbred champions, but I'm gonna get to that. Ankalaev, like, just decision after decision after decision. And if they could get it their own way, as we have seen the majority of their fights, they just want to lay and pray. They don't care about ground and pound. They don't care about choking out in a cool fucking submission. No knockouts. They don't care. And the 1 time or 2 time doesn't break the rule. I just want to get that in people's head, because I know the comments. I know the stupid inbred retard comments will be, oh, Merab just got submission. Oh, Islam, brother Islam just KO'd Volkanovski. That doesn't make the rule. And Islam isn't even... Where is Islam? Like right here, I think. Right here. Islam gets a lot of finishes. Good on me. I don't even like... Of the level of hate, it's so hot. Islam isn't even like the biggest problem, but one guy doesn't break the rule. Ankalaev boring as shit, decision after decision. Evloev 0 finishes in the UFC. Merab can't, like, never. You just got one against O'Malley, good on you, once. Chimaev fights once every 2 years. Yeah, man, it's just so shit. And like, how many... If you want to destroy the sport even more, how many pay-per-view buys do you think Merab, Ankalaev, Evloev sell? If we're being honest. Khabib was a 1 time only, because everyone that beat Conor McGregor became a star. Nate became a star, became a draw every pay-per-view after the Conor fights. Every time. Khabib beat Conor, became a huge star. He wasn't before. Even Dustin Poirier, he beat Conor twice. Rematch, trilogy, went on to face Oliveira for the belt. They sold 500,000 pay-per-view buys, which was very good for the time. So we have seen it. This isn't about Khabib. He's boring, he's ugly. And also this comes with, like, one thing, like, I know we all hate Jones nowadays, but if we go back a bit, Jones was this cool-looking savage, you know. If we just... I've already talked about the dull, boring, shit, pussy style of fighting that no one cares about, that sucks. Jones looked like a badass, this long, tall, you know, black dude with... He just looked badass, and how he talked and how he, you know, behaved. And if you just looked at... If you just look at Anderson, how he looked, how he moved and everything, it's... You know... It isn't even about the stupid language. Aldo didn't speak English. Anderson Silva didn't have to speak English. He barely spoke English. We all love Aldo. He's a badass. He goes for violence. Perfect example. Aldo versus Merab. One guy tries to fight, and one guy tries to hug and hump. What did Masvidal say about Ben Askren? Dry hump or whatever he said. And one thing I'm so tired of people defending is that, of course, you can fight in different ways. Don't come with stupid comments about me. Or go watch kickboxing. It's not about that Jones ground and pound against Stipe in the last fight. Great. Or against, unfortunately, Gustafsson or DC. We have seen great ground and pound. What's another good example? I don't know. Just like Volk over Ortega or whoever. The thing is, JDM, when he dropped Burns, vicious elbows, violence. Evloev doesn't even know how to spell violence. So the thing is, there's a different way of fighting. I love MMA. I love a fight with great kicks, punches, wrestle, takedown, get up against the cage, scramble, submission, get out of submission, brawl. Like Ortega Volkanovski. You wouldn't have seen that sequence if it was Evloev against Volk or Merab against Volk. That wouldn't be the case. Great scrambles, trying to go for finishes, not just control. Like, stuff happening. The sport moving forward, not moving backwards. Like we in 93 with Horace Gracie. Like, that's not what we want to see. So, Jesus Christ. Wrestling's great. BJJ is great. Merab is just a fact. If fighting is about attacking and defending, sure. But fighting, you think about attack. It's offense. Being aggressive. Merab against Aldo. Just holding him against the cage. The thing is, he actually, when someone has someone on the ground, he actually throwing punches. You see so clearly with his inbreds every time. And other fighters, sometimes they're, kneeing against the cage. Or just rapid punches, just so the referee doesn't step in and break it up. You see that every card. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's not damage. That's just trying to holding the leg and know that your opponent can't knee you in the head because this bullshit rules. Like, I'm getting so frustrated. Okay. And I'm gonna get to the point because I'm gonna pair these guys up with the fighters that I think have the best styles to beat them all. I'm gonna go through most weight classes, and we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna go through Khabib, Khamzat, everyone. So, the thing is, just because you're in an UFC octagon and you're standing opposite another man and you're moving around, fighting, that doesn't mean you're a fighter. I just want to get that very fucking clear off the bat. That doesn't mean you're a fighter. If you're like Merab, that's all you like. If you throw some kicks and punches against someone, just to distract them from that, all you want to do is to shoot. And if you get your way, just lay on them. Don't care about submissions. Don't care about ground and pound. Don't care about any way to progress the fight, get the fight stopped or anything. If that's your mentality, you're not the fighter. You're not the fighter. You can go to BJJ, go to wrestling. Like, there's a reason why we see high-level Olympic wrestlers or whatever, like Cejudo, Romero, that couldn't get much control in the octagon. It's a completely different moveset. If you wanna, you can go to a gay club with Jones, but I know that doesn't mess with Islam and but so there exists BJJ, wrestling, Sambo, but I know Sambo is other stuff. But who cares? Inbred sport. So the thing is, when you have that mentality, and as Merab, same thing against Aldo, same thing against Jan. Both fights against O'Malley, even sure, Merab has improved his striking a bit, but that doesn't disprove my point. Even Khabib, you're telling me that he couldn't finish Barbosa in the second or third round of their fight? He just didn't care. He just later, man, I'm fine here. And they dare to complain about the pay. Khabib has someone out, just want to quit the fight, just give me a reason to quit. He doesn't do anything against Barbosa. Like all these decisions. Evloev hasn't been cut yet. So what was my freaking point about this? Yeah, I just want to get that thing out of it. Islam, we can call him a fighter, that's fine. Khabib isn't even fighting anymore. So I already done a video about Khabib. Go and watch it. Dude, even Khamzat, is he the most boring fighter ever? Absolutely not. Even Chimaev. How gay and pussy is it of you to start a fight and the first thing you do, because you're so afraid of standing in front of another man, that you shoot for your life? He did it against Burns, but especially Usman, Holland, Whittaker. Like, you're afraid to stand with Holland. I love Whittaker, but you're afraid to stand in front of pillow hands Whittaker and old man Usman, who's moving up on short notice, up a weight class. Like this mentality of, oh, I have to. They all have it in different levels. That's what I say. You see Ankalaev in his last fight against Pereira, just holding up against the cage. Islam every fight tries to take the person down. Chimaev, the first thing he does every fight, shoots. Merab, like 99% no finishes. Evloev, 0 finishes. There's just a and does it exist other fighters that are shit and boring? Yes, for you hardcore fans, Torres Finney, whatever his name is, fought like 2 months ago, did a disgrace in the cage. Of course there is other boring fucks in the cage, of course. I get it. But we all know it's the Dagestanis, East Europeans, Caucasus, boring wrestler Muslims. Either you're most of those things I just mentioned, or one or few. We just know what people they are, and they aren't fighters. And the thing is, when do you see these guys save events, step up on short notice, be these active, great champions? Khabib fought once a year. Islam fought once last year, fought in January this year. Hasn't even had a fight booked yet. Chimaev, we're lucky if we see him once a year, pulls out 50% of his fights. It's just a fact. Ankalaev, we're lucky if we see him twice a year. Merab is starting to be active now. As I said, one person doesn't disprove everything I said. Doesn't break the rule, whatever. Evloev, once a year. Didn't he take like 2 years off? Never saves event, doesn't do anything for the company, boring, fight once a year, maybe twice, no charisma. And just looking at them, they're so disgusting, they're so inbred. I don't want them on my screen. Just look. Honestly, I should probably switch this now, because people have probably clicked off because of this disgust. I know, I'm sorry. I maybe fucked my own video now, I just realized. But I'm not gonna re-record. No fake shit here. So, I'm gonna match up with the current guys, plus Khabib. We're gonna get to Mr. Inbred Khabib, the biggest of them all. We're gonna match up with who I think has the best chance today, realistically. I'm not gonna put Umar against Ngannou or Jones, Tom Aspinall, or whatever, who's in the UFC. Of course, realistic with weight classes, up, down, whatever. You're gonna see. So we're gonna start off with, hey buddy, oh my God, Merab. The boring fucker. You got one submission against a frail O'Malley. Good on you. Ruining the sport. Good on you. Like, once doesn't. You couldn't get it up. Cejudo was done, tired. Jan was done. Like, you had O'Malley down with a bad injury for minute after minute after minute after minute in the first fight. Nothing. Couldn't try to finish Umar when he was broken in the 5th now. No, just punch and to show that, oh, I could have finished, but I wouldn't. Oh, pointing, laughing. We know you couldn't finish Merab. Just don't pretend. And why do people think Merab is funny? So Merab, I'm putting Merab against Alexander Volkanovski. And this is, I think this is the only time I'm moving someone up. I'm trying to be a bit realistic now also. Like, we have, my computer is fucking crashing. What is going on? So, Merab. It's pretty obvious. Like, this is about who I think can beat the guy. So, like, yeah, he's fighting next against Corey Sandhagen, and it seems like I don't think Corey has a fucking shot in hell. We talk about the flying knee. When was the last time he finished someone with a flying knee? Was it Frankie Edgar 4.5 years ago? Like, that doesn't really give me any confidence. When was the last time he had a real finish that wasn't Figueiredo blowing out his knee? Like, yeah, and it's funny hearing Corey Sandhagen saying in an interview the way to beat Merab is to finish him. Like, you can finish anyone, you pillow fisted, standing 5 rounds in front of Umar, not doing anything, switch stances, defending takedowns, nothing, you pussy. Corey is not even in the conversation. O'Malley had his 2 chances, go fuck yourself. I don't know what Figueiredo and these other guys are doing. Could Umar do it in like 2 years? I mean, Merab would just got older and older. Volkanovski. This makes sense if you get away from the inbred Dagestan hate for a second. Of course, I know Merab isn't Dagestani. This isn't only Dagestani. It's majority Dagestanis, Russian inbreds. But he's inbred, East European, Caucasus, you know. Just look at him. And there's also the difference. I'm not even attacking a specific country. Like Russia, whatever. Volkov, savage. Pavlovich, savage. Georgia, pissing Ilya Topuria, one of my favorite fighters. Goes for broke, aggressive, is a fighter. Tries to knock out, submit. Make something happen. That's the thing. It isn't even about specific countries, because we have current examples from the same countries that aren't inbred and retarded and pussies. Pissing hell, okay. My computer is crashing, please. Stop. It's so hot. Alexander Volkanovski. This is a fight that makes sense. I want to see this fight. I don't care about the Sandhagen fight. Do I want Evloev versus... We're going to get to Evloev. Do I want Evloev versus Volkanovski? Yes, we want... Like, the UFC is so shit right now anyway, so they ain't selling pay-per-views with like anybody right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maybe Ilian Oliveira hopefully sells a bit. But just makes the boring matchups that make... We need to get the rankings. I agree with the Weasel, the Guru, everybody that complains about it. We need to make the rankings mean something. Not to like ruin the sport or anything. But the rankings needs to mean something. It just... So, of course, I want Evloev versus Volk. But this isn't the point of the video. This fight can happen. This can be Volk's fight after Evloev, because Evloev has no chance against Volk. So Merab Volkanovski. It makes sense. I would love to see the fight. It would be like, you could argue like... I guess you couldn't put these guys over Islam, especially Volk. He lost to him twice, unfortunately. But like, this should probably definitely be the winner of this, number 2 on the pound for pound list. I mean, this is a great matchup, and I think this is an example. You don't have to go on a like 4, 5, 6 fight win streak, you know, defend the belt 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Of course, Volkanovski is a different example. He's now a 2-time champion. He's already defended the belt loads. Now he got it back. And Merab, like, he's basically clean out the division. Like, he beat... Just listen to his streak. Like, you know, John Dodson, Marlon Moraes, Peter Yan, Jose Aldo, Henry Cejudo, O'Malley twice, Umar. Like, yeah, Corey's there of 1 win over, like, Figueiredo. It was the first round, whatever. He just laid on the ground and injured. I don't know, that fight was so shit. Stop crashing! Anyway, so, yeah, that's not exciting for shit. This fight, pound for pound, on the line, kind of, maybe, who knows. Especially if JDM, like, beats Islam, which he probably will. Hopefully. Then this could be, like, you know, great matchup. Like, as I said, you don't have to get loads of defenses. Volkanovski has gotten the belt back. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's, like, my number 5 of all time, I think. I think he's even higher on many people's list. Merab, many people see as the bantamweight GOAT, have now defended the belt twice. Yeah, I was like this. we ain't interested in any fight currently at bantamweight. Dana's talking about, of course, Corey next, but maybe Umar rematch. Like, there's nothing at bantamweight for Merab. This is the fight that makes sense. And Volkanov, if Merab thinks he could just pick up Volk like he did O'Malley, slam him down like he did to Cejudo or anything, Volkanovski, who went 5 rounds. Oh my god, do I have something here? Volkanovski that went fucking 5 rounds with Islam Makhachev. Jesus. My body started to break down by these inbreds. Okay. Volkanovski 5 rounds with Islam. Merab wouldn't have a chance with the wrestling. And the thing is Volk in his prime anymore? Probably not. Is he... With the time moving on... First of all, Merab isn't young at all. And he's on EPO. As it's so obvious he's on PEDs. He wouldn't be shit without it. He lost to Frankie Sainz and Ricky Simone. Looked like shit. Very average cardio. You can even argue bad cardio in those fights in his early days. And just because you like start to eat some fruit, some good food, maybe start to run a bit, that doesn't make you cardio from average bad to 2 times better than everyone else. That isn't a genetic thing. I just want to get that fucking clear for people's heads. People that are so in denial about when people are on PEDs. It's so obvious. Like Adesanya growing a breast and people like, it's probably weed. We trust him. With no evidence. No evidence from Adesanya to... Adesanya even said, we're not going to get into that. He had went to the doctor. He said that he could prove that he was innocent, but he didn't want to. So obvious. This is the fight, man. He wouldn't be able to do shit with the wrestling against Volkanovski. Volkanovski would be way too strong for Merab. Just keep him against the cage. And as I said with Volk, yeah, maybe he's slowing down a bit. He doesn't have to have the 2022 speed to beat Merab. He has never been a power punisher. Like one of the last things that will go for him is his like knowing his body, the strength, the old man power, whatever you want to call it. To what is his face? Merab won't have a chance to muscle Volk around. Absolutely not. He can try to pressure, but Volkanovski can for 5 rounds tag him coming in. Great with combos, big hard shots, as he did to Lopez, and he has a good chance of stopping Merab or just dominating the more the fight goes on. Yeah, Volk would beat the piss out of him, and that's also a great fight to make. If you don't, amazing fight. Volk would beat the piss out of him. And next up, Movsar Evloev, ugly cunt, disgrace. This guy, probably on PEDs too. Look at his physique. This guy, probably should talk 10 minutes about every person. He has had several fights that are very close. Always the close fights, the robberies goes to the inbreds. You saw it with what's his face? Evloev, like every fight, close decision, always goes to him. Islam against Volk goes to him, like every time. It's insane. This will probably be a surprising one for you guys. Arnold Allen. Why do I think Arnold Allen? For you people that don't know, Arnold Allen has already beaten Movsar Evloev. Of course, I'm choosing people here that are on streaks. It made sense for me first to put Umar in this video, but he just lost to Merab. So they're like, he's already out. People that are on streaks, several fights, many fights. This fight happened a 1.5 years ago in January in Canada, I believe. In 2024, UFC 297, I believe, where DDP took the belt from Strickland. I believe this opened up the main card. Allen did great, defending takedown, scrabble, getting up, smacking up Evloev in moments. Mark Goddard, the referee, basically not only robbed Allen of a win, but robbed him of looked like a finish against Evloev. when like Evloev, I don't remember, did Evloev go in for a takedown as he always does? That's the only thing he can do. And I don't know if Allen defended or whatever, but he had his head and just started to kneeing the shit out of his face. And you saw when they got out of that exchange that Evloev was just bleeding, and it was hilarious, pussy bitch. But it wasn't illegal knees, but Mark Goddard fucked it up as he always does in every fight. How many stoppages has been too early or too late or just ruined the moment? Mark Goddard is shit. And even with getting screwed over there, he should have got the decision, 3-round decision. Clear Allen for me. I think you could debate the Sterling Evloev fight also. I definitely think this was more clear. I could have gone with someone like Diego Lopez in a rematch. I just don't have that much faith in him after seeing him against Volkanovski. I know it's Volkanovski. But I just don't have the... I've never been especially high on Lopez, honestly. And Evloev beat him clear, so it makes more sense to do this. But also you can look at people like... lots of guys at the top. Ortega, Jair, but no... Gene Silva, I was leaning on, but he hasn't like proved against top. I just think this makes sense. I think I want to let's put some respect on Arnold Allen's name. The only thing about him, I know he has had problem with hand injuries. I don't know if he's injured all the time now because he fights like once a year. And the thing is, I'm not only attacking the Dagestanis about fighting once a year. Like all of them. Like 9 out of 10 out of them are like the same, inactive. I'm on Allen about it also. Like, dude, fight more. And he's boring also. They are talking. I don't like his name. But he's entertaining in the cage. That's like the most important thing. So Allen, I just think Allen can improve. And especially probably a 5-rounder. He went 5 rounds good with Max. I think we have seen from Evloev that he isn't the guy that gets better into the later rounds, I don't think. Allen has beaten him before. He will do it again. Islam Makhachev. He has a belt here, but I should have made this, like, as I said, 2 months ago. Merab hadn't just got the finish. Islam was champion. Belal was champion. But there's still so many at the top, and we just need to get these guys out of here now. I'm done. I'm tired of it. We saw Pereira last year save 3 events. Ankalaev got the belt from Pereira. Has when have we seen Ankalaev step up? Never. Like, shut up, bitch. It's so hot. My computer, can you chill the fuck up? Islam Makhachev, inbred little brother of Khabib, not champion anymore. Ha ha ha. Hopefully he loses to Jack Della Maddalena. And Jack Della Maddalena was the guy I was going to put on this list. And I had other my guys in mind also, like Shavkat. I wanted to see what would happen. Last night, as I record this, with Buckley and Usman, and after seeing that and thinking hard about JDM and the last fight last night, I'm going with Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. Of course, this is a great fight. It's a fight I want to see. Usman, as Usman said, current pound for pound versus former pound for pound. Great fight. I just don't think... When it comes to JDM, I think he has a very good chance to beat Islam. The thing is, first of all, Islam is much better than Belal. Of course, Belal is a welterweight. Islam is a lightweight moving up. So it's a bit different. But the thing is, Belal, they have different fight styles. Islam is much better on the feet. Has more to threaten with, and just better wrestling, takedowns, everything. I think submissions on the ground. Not saying he beats JDM at all, but just when I thought about it and watching how Like, Buckley's a strong physical guy, and he has shown that he can defend good takedowns before. Colby got him down like once, but he defended the rest, and Usman just bulldozed him over, just took him down at will, and basically embarrassed Buckley with the takedown defense and just laying on him and trying to go for big punches. He didn't just lay on him, tried to make sure he had him, that he didn't get up. Bam! Punch. Bam! Elbow. Like, anyway. So, I'm just not that sure. I just think Usman probably had a better chance. This current Usman, if now he's back, stay active, he can look even better. As he said, get more loose with the hands. I don't think Islam can take it. Maybe he can trip him, but I think he would struggle very hard to get Usman down. I think he won't be able at all to hold him down if he gets him down. When it comes to the stand-up, I don't think, like, this guy has been kickboxing against featherweight Volkanovski, against Glasschin Oliveira, against a Dustin that is older, one hip, that he has wrestled, fucked, and almost finished round after round after round, and then you stand with him. I don't think he has the chance to tire Usman out like that. Usman is too strong, too physical, much bigger, a guy that could wreck many people at middleweight, I think. And Islam is a lightweight moving up. I think Usman would completely... I think Usman probably even can get... Volkanovski almost took Islam down. I think with the takedowns we saw from Usman last night, I think he probably could take Islam down. But just when it comes to the striking, I don't think Islam has the power or anything on the feet to really, take it over to that level where you can say, he beats Usman on the feet. Is he faster? Can he tag Usman up in moments? Absolutely. But I just see Usman fire around great cardio, just taking over the fight. Islam doesn't have a chance. Of course they have a chance. I just think this is a terrible matchup for Islam, especially after Usman coming back and looking great against Buckley. Khamzat Chimaev. I don't need to drag on about this. Dricus Duplessis. Pretty obvious one. This is like the only one that's actually scheduled to happen. Pretty like Chimaev would ragdoll Adesanya. We have heard about sparring between him and Strickland. And just, I haven't seen enough for Imab or Borrallo or Cannonier or anyone like that to think that they are the guy. I mean, Duplessis is so strong and physical. Crazy that he was ever welterweight. But I just think if there's anyone that can survive the first round or even stuff the takedown or even get up, get into the second or third, that has big power, strong physicality, great cardio. I don't even know if it's great cardio, just cardio to go far rounds and push the pace. That's Dricus Duplessis, the king of Africa, Mufasa himself. Like, I don't think there's a better option to beat Chimaev than DDP in the middleweight division. Is there other guys that I think could? Do I think Whittaker in a rematch with not like loose effed up teeth or whatever it was could make something happen? I do. Even do I think Usman full camp building up to middleweight could beat him? Absolutely. Do I think back at welterweight we could have seen something really, really interesting at welterweight for like 5 rounds against Usman, even someone like a Colby back in 21-22? Absolutely. But talking now, 2025, who have the best chance probably to beat Chimaev and actually fight that it's scheduled for August, I believe. This is the fight. This is the guy that I think will go in there and beat Chimaev. Maybe he will surprise with try to take Chimaev down. Who knows? This is the guy. Strong. Great cardio. Big power. DDP. Mufasa, King of Africa. We take down Inbred. FU. And... I'm not even gonna look at him. Ankalaev. Not Alex Pereira. I don't know what Alex Pereira was doing in the last fight. That's a question for another time. Not so interested in the rematch right now, but someone that has improved, who is a former champion, who has gotten head movement out of nowhere, looks dangerous, fast, crazy good on the feet. We know that he can, he isn't just someone that you can take down and do whatever you want. This guy is Jiří Procházka, man. Come on. Let's go for that. Jiří Procházka. That's the guy. I don't think... The thing is with Ankalaev, he's not even like Chimaev or Islam or whatever, someone that tries to get to the ground. I mean, first of all, Ankalaev did he take down Alex Pereira once in the third or fourth maybe? Like the fourth, maybe fifth, I don't know. He took him down once, I believe. But Pereira just defended. Jiří has trained MMA for such a long time. I would imagine he could do better, or at least as good, kind of, that Pereira did when it comes to that. And just with this new improved Jiří, we have only seen it for one fight, for like 2.5 rounds. If he changes it up like that, if he gets even better, and he goes into Ankalaev, I think also that Ankalaev against Pereira was the best performance Ankalaev has ever had. We know people, one night you fight, you're on a 10, the other guy can be on a 4, or, it goes like this. Sometimes you wake up, you don't feel good. It happens. We have clearly seen people have terrible performances, and they just say, this wasn't, I felt... Sometimes they're on, sometimes they are off, and that's the difference between like the GOATs and these, champions that holds the belt for defense after defense after defense. Even when they not feel good, not feel close to perfect or close to what they usually feel like, even then they get the job done. What do I have in my head? Anyway. Jiří is the man. Go back and watch the Jamal Hill fight. Just like it looked like a different, much improved Jiří. Looked amazing. That's the guy to confuse Ankalaev on the feet and finish him. Last but not least, I guess. The biggest bitch of them all. The guy that started... I guess you can say that... sorry. I guess you can say someone like Rustam Khabibov. I don't know who was before Khabib. But the guy that started this bullshit that it's acceptable not fighting in the cage. And the thing is, when you just lay there, you should get DQ'd. Maybe not immediately. Take a point. Bam. And don't give them the close decisions. I don't get the sport. Like, good, you could sell papers because you fought Conor. Good on you. Jesus. The guy, I believe I've said this maybe in one of my earlier videos, because I have dreamt it, but I really feel like I've said this before. I don't know if it's in the stream, I don't know. Khabib ran away from the sport just when the lightweight division was like exploding in talent, and so many different fighters coming into the division, moving up and everything, that have like were so more well-rounded, and just not Gaethje, Conor, Dustin strikers that have taken on defense but not good enough for Khabib. A kickboxer like Barbosa, a boxer like Michael Johnson, like no, well-rounded. You can even say someone like, the better and better he got, Arman Sarukian, or the thing is, People gonna laugh at me, but in this sport we have seen so many upsets. You can't even be. If Khabib continued to fight, of course I could just put the welterweight here. I haven't put on a welterweight because I don't have to even go up to. But that's his natural weight class. If you, people that say, "Oh, he isn't a weight bully," he makes the weight or he makes the weight. Well, if you miss weight time after time and you have to cut so much weight that your like liver shuts down or whatever happened in the 2017 Ferguson fight and he has to go to hospital, then you're a weight bully. Yeah, just we get that fucking clear because there's so many excuses for these cunts. Like, no. Khabib was so like you don't know who could have caught him on their day. Arman Tsarukyan, Fisia with a crazy combo kick. Chandler, who is like, dude, I know Chandler, especially now looks shit, but Chandler in 2021 coming in with the momentum, finishing Hooker in the first round. Next fight going against Khabib like he did in the first round against Oliveira. Throwing bombs like. You can argue Chandler is one of the best first round fighters in UFC MMA history. So strong, explosive. He can defend most takedowns. He can shoot takedowns, spear you down like the ESP. As we saw against like Tony or whatever. So much power. And yeah, this guy, you don't know what he could land on Khabib in the first round. And Volkanovski moving up, whatever. Charles du Bronx Oliveira was the perfect style, and he lost to Islam. It's not the same fight. Islam, in hindsight, for Oliveira is a horrible matchup because Oliveira tried his game at the time, which I'm gonna break down against Khabib. You know, moving forward, no head movement, trying to grab, knees in the clinch, threaten takedowns, you know, unload like crazy and just break the opponent. But against Islam, who is a counter puncher, that was perfect for him for just weight and time. Oliveira coming in, and also having that, like, of course at the time we didn't know much about Islam striking because we hadn't seen much. But as we saw against Volkanovski and other opponents, his striking is levels above Khabib and many others. So he had the countering to punish Oliveira and the power and the striking to drop him. And he didn't have the fear of dealing with his high level of BJJ grappling, especially when he was rocked and dropped. So he jumped on him immediately. And he had a strong submission game where he can, bam, submission out of nowhere. Khabib has nothing that I just mentioned, except like, okay, maybe not the fear of jumping on someone if they hurt. Khabib, yes, he landed a big overhand on Conor. But Oliveira wouldn't have given him the space. Oliveira would have walked down, and sure, Khabib maybe would have met him right on, but that would be perfect for Oliveira. Immediately knees, body, and his elbows, and all the stuff Oliveira, you know, peak Oliveira, maybe he's even better now, who knows, but Oliveira, you know, 2021, 2022, his run he went on against all these guys, he would, when they come in close, all these knees, he wouldn't give Khabib the space to go with a crazy overhand or anything. Also, if what's his face? If Khabib takes Oliveira down, Oliveira will love that if he gets him down in guard, triangle, or you see how fast Oliveira could move when it comes to submission on opponent. Out of nowhere, guillotine, triangle, like out of nowhere. And Khabib was never that guy. Of course, he was against Gaethje, because Gaethje's BJJ is probably on the level of mine. You saw both Khabib and Oliveira. As soon as Gaethje hit the mat, they could just fast move around, do what they want, submit him. So that's not a good example to take from either one, because both like Oliveira and Khabib, we haven't seen them do do it like that smooth, that quick against any other like high level opponent. But as I said, sure, Khabib could take him down, of course, but Khabib doesn't have that quick, go immediately take him down, bam, go for an arm triangle, bam, go for Kimura, like immediately like that. He builds up to it, he breaks you down, he punishes you, and so like Islam, he wouldn't have the space or the striking technique or anything like that to use it as effectively as Islam did against Oliveira. And if he jumps on him, if he gets him on the ground, hurt or not, he doesn't have that boom into arm triangle, bam into Kimura. That's not how Khabib works. You won't see it in maybe earlier fights against the taxi drivers, I don't know. But so there's many big differences between Islam and Khabib. And I just think from the bottom, I mean, this is like the fight probably that we thought Tony and Khabib was. This is the fight. Oliveira could probably elbow the shit out of him from the bottom. And Khabib would be in big trouble being on the ground with Oliveira. Could it go back and forth? Could Khabib get the better of the grappling and then the next round starts? Of course, Oliveira standing again on him. I just think this is arguably like the worst matchup for Khabib. Won't be able to do anything on the standing, whether he tries to lay back or like go right into the center and meet Oliveira. Oliveira, either case, would be there with his big, out of nowhere, like Oliveira got crazy power dropping Gates and everything. With his big shots coming into the cleans, kneeing Khabib, could do work off his back against Khabib, scrambles, submissions out of nowhere, and doing that round after round after round. Sooner or later, I think Khabib would break, or even earlier than me or anyone would expect, Oliveira would just get him in. Like if Oliveira had him in the guillotine that Dustin had, I mean, yeah, sure. Or even it's an arm triangle or an arm bar, heel hook. Like, yeah, fine, Khabib, don't tap because my brother, use your pride, use Allah. You don't have to tap. But he'll put you to sleep, he'll break your arm. So please don't tap. Instead, lie there and cry while Islam, oh brother, what happened? So that's it, dude. That's it for me. Get them out. We don't want them. Disgusting. Ruining the sport. It's over. It's over. There you have it. And Khabib always ran from hard opponents. Peak Cerrone, Prime Tony. Fuck yourself.